How it started? Well, from the beginning, I guess. I was born and raised around bikes. My family all ride bikes. Harleys, I've been brought up in the Harley world, so my mom rides, my dad rides, my stepdad rides,
Yeah.
our brothers now ride.
Yeah.
So it's just been kind of our lifestyle. It was always a dream, right, to have a bike shop. About 5 years ago, we were doing custom. All of our bikes that we bought were custom bikes, or the ones that we built, we bought, and then we tore the turn signals off, and we put ape hangers on, and we did air ride, and we just like the custom world, right? So 5-6 years ago, we did a few ground up bikes, hardtailed bikes, and kind of said, this would be fun to do as a business. So
Like your wife's bike right there?
yeah, like my wife's bike, Old Iron, the one that's in the magazine there. I opened the name. I actually registered Hardway Cycles 5 or 6 years ago. My best friend, that was the name of his first bike he built, and him and I did the customs together. So there's no better name as far as I was concerned, because we do it the hard way, right?
Nice.
The way to do it without going to school is to learn the hard way. So that's how we've done it. So then I still wasn't ready to bite the bullet. The timing wasn't right. So kind of forgot about it for 2 years. And then the other show was real busy. I had a good staff. Everybody was kind of self-sufficient. So I woke up one morning and rolled over to my wife and said, I think I want to open my bike shop. Let's seriously look for a location. And she was 100% supportive, and we went looking. And so we found this place. I only originally was going to rent one bed. Figured out, well, it's just going to be me by myself. I'm not going to be that busy. I'm going to be the new shop. As long as I got my tire changer and a balancer, I'll do tires and oil changes and whatever. We can get by to pay the bills. Within the first 2 weeks of having the opening soon sign, we were getting slammed by customers coming in, excited, wondering when we were going to get going. And I quickly learned I wasn't going to be able to do the work by myself and deal with customers. Trying to get my dealers at that time, and like we opened, we didn't even have internet hooked up yet. We had customers coming in because we were excited to open, and we had no internet, we had no debit. After that, I hired a young fellow on as my tech my first season. He worked out good, just didn't quite have the knowledge base that I needed. We found Norm the second year. He came on. It's been clear sailing since. This year we've hired Jay as our second tech. And then Drew has been in helping us, been a huge help. And then I'm still juggling my two businesses, so I'm in and out. So I got to trust my guys to take up the slack when I'm not here, right? When we first opened, I kind of wanted to have a shop that had a different outlook than the other shops in the city. We wanted to, yes, we're Harley guys. Yes, we wanted to only work on Harleys, and myself, I love the custom world, so I only want to do custom stuff. But in Fredericton, of course, that's pretty hard to do. We made the decision pretty early in the game that we were going to work on all makes and models. As long as we felt comfortable, we're straight up with all of our customers when they come in that we are Harley trained, we are Harley riders. But on the same note, we can change a tire. A tire change is pretty elementary in motorcycle maintenance. Oil changes, brakes, it's all basic knowledge. So, like the joke is that it seems like Honda money goes in my bank account the same way as Harley money. So, and it spends the same way. Mm-hmm. So why not? Most days we probably have a 50-50 split, if not more metrics than Harleys in the shop. Yeah. So I think that was a wise decision to do at the beginning. Yeah, so it's been 3 years. Like I said, this summer we had three techs. Myself working the counter. We actually had a half-day Frank, as we called him. He was in for the beginning 2 months of the season, taking up my slack on the counter. Our third year, we have Shannon's the business manager and / my wife / the owner. So she takes care of the books, keeps all 4 of us in line when she has to, make sure our work orders are done right and accounting is done the best we can. So like I said, we're all just guys that like to turn wrenches. So we're trying to score some winter projects. Guys want to do ape hangers or paint and stuff, right, to keep the ball rolling in the winter, because we do mellow out. Even now, recently, we've noticed that the season, I think people are going to try to push those tires till next spring and stuff. So, and hopefully we have some bikes for sale, and it'd be nice to sell a couple of those. As much as we'd like to keep them all, sell those so we can pick up another project for this winter.
Tell me a little bit about some of the builds you did this year.
This year we just we have our we call it the Fast Boy, which was a 1995 Fat Boy that got dropped off last fall to me. He wanted a power plant. He wanted a lot of power. So we went with the Ultima 127 motor. Has 140 horsepower. We put it in his original frame. We changed all the tins on the bike. We powder coated the complete bike. Went to blackened everything out. It was an old tired bike. He's the original owner of the bike. He bought it brand new. It's his baby, but it was getting tired, so we had to freshen up everything. It's got a really nice, new, neat look. It's a hot rod style. I've never done the hot rod style, the flat black with the red highlights before.
You happy with it?
I am. I'm really happy with it. My wife actually seen it. She was like, she thinks it's one of the best ones we've built.
Yeah.
And she loves it. She's like, I would buy that bike. Which is weird since she's got a big flaked out bagger and she's looking at this stripped down Fat Boy. But so it's going to be neat. It's at pinstriping now with Dan Daggle. He's hand pinstriping it with some old school red and white pinstripes. So hopefully that'll be back possibly tonight or tomorrow. Then try to get it to the customer. He lives out west. He hasn't seen it. I haven't sent him a pic. I think he's going to freak when he sees it from what it was when it showed up, right? Because just everything was tired and old looking, and now everything's new and fresh. So it looks like a brand new bike. We make a personal relationship with our bike, so if you want to keep it, you have to keep it up. We're still doing some final touches. We actually have our last year's shop bike, the white bike, up on the lift today, fine-tuning a few things. We did Lenny Crashes and Misha Mosier's, or Misha Swinnermer's.
What was your bike called?
Crazy Train.
Crazy Train.
Yeah, that was a night train she just bought last fall, and we just mellow mods, right? We try to keep the budget build in mind when we do everything.
She was pretty happy with
She was stoked, yeah, she loved it. She didn't even actually recognize the bike, but we had it out front when she came in, and she kind of walked by it.
She got that on, wasn't that the Show and Shine? She
Yeah.
got to see that for the
Yeah,
first time?
it showed at the Show and Shine, yeah. So, and she's been riding the hell out of it, so she's loving it. And then Lenny Crash got his 40 back a few weeks ago, and he's been riding. I actually seen a Facebook post last night that he's got another 1,000 kilometers on the bike. So he's
that was that blue one.
the blue one with the metal flake, and Brad painted that down in Moncton. He did a great job. So that was about it as far as customs. I think this year we've been slammed with keeping riders riding, right? Really, like tires, brakes, oil changes. We offer something I don't think many other shops offer, that when you come in for a service, we give you we offer a 22-point inspection. Because in New Brunswick, we don't have motor vehicle inspections. So bikes can kind of fade away because no one's there to say you need brakes now. And
You're dangerous.
You're dangerous, right? Hardway, Jeff speaking.